Peek.
Hello and welcome again to the Dingo Pictures documentary. In this video, we delve into the intriguing question of why Dingo Pictures chose the resolute and courageous path of standing up against the giant Disney. We'll shed light on the backgrounds and motivations that promoted this small studio to challenge one of the most powerful players in the entertainment industry.
Hey you! Don't forget to like and subscribe, or even drop us a comment if you enjoy our content.
Roswitha Haas and Ludwig Ickert were inspired to enter the mockbuster genre by a series of court rulings. Particularly, two legal decisions that garnered much media attention at the time played a significant role. These were the legal battles between Disney and the Mockbuster Studios' Good Times Entertainment and Filmation. Disney lost these cases. The rulings provided a blueprint for how to avoid a copyright lawsuit from Disney from the outset, serving as a guide for Haas and Ickert on their path into the mockbuster genre. The confrontations between the Walt Disney Company and the studio Filmation and Good Times cast a bright light on the power structures within the creative industry. These disputes, centered around copyright, creative freedoms, and the commercial use of fairy tales and folk stories, reflect the profound competition between large corporations and smaller creative studios. They raise important questions regarding the adaptation and reinterpretation of publicly accessible stories, with Disney aiming to integrate these into its extensive monopoly. Filmation vs. Disney, the David vs. Goliath battle. The legal dispute over Pinocchio and the Emperor of the Night demonstrates how Disney utilized its copyright power to curb the creative ambitions of Filmation. Disney viewed Filmation's retelling as a violation of its copyrights and a threat to its dominant market position. Good Times, a victory for creative freedom. The lawsuit filed by Disney against Good Times in 1993, which claimed that Good Times intentionally deceived customers with similar fairy tale themes and titles, ended in a victory for Good Times. Their defense, arguing that their works are based on public domain stories, marked a significant win for creative freedom and highlighted the complexity of copyright law. This proves that it is possible to successfully stand up against the legal might of large corporations.
Copyright expired.
These conflicts highlighted Disney's role in suppressing creative freedom and innovation in the creative and cultural industries. The resolute defense of its copyrighted work shows Disney's intent to limit the space for creative reinterpretations, favoring an industry where financial and legal power dominate. These judgments allowed Dingo Pictures to operate under this legal umbrella and to realize their mockbusters, because the legal boundaries were explored by Good Times and Filmation. Conclusion: the Achilles heel of the creative industry and the call for a balanced approach. Similar to the legend of Siegfried, who was made vulnerable by a Lindead leaf, the cases against Filmation and Good Times reveal a weak spot in the creative industry. The verdict against Good Times was announced in the same year that Dingo Pictures released their first mockbuster, Aladdin, indicating that Dingo Pictures was directly inspired by this ruling. This served as the launchpad for an array of mockbusters, from what would become known as the most infamous mockbuster studio.
And because it's clear you now understand what you've done wrong, you do understand all the things you've done wrong, don't you?
I want you to know that I do it all again. They're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening!
And make sure to check out the new Dingo Pictures merch store, where we're now selling t-shirts and an official Wabu plush.